So this video is for Chapter 1 or Unit 1 word problems. If you happen to be absent the day that we went over those, just going to go over a couple examples and then the rest of them are your turns. So the first type of problems that you're going to see that we include as word problems will look something like this. So what you want to do when you're doing these is, first of all, obviously read it. And then these steps tell you some keywords to look for. So the first words that you want to look for are something similar to total of, is, or equal to. And these words are going to be assigned the equal sign. So when I go to this sentence, the sum of twice a number x and 7 is 15, I put that equal sign right above there. So I know my equation is going to be equal 15. The next thing you want to do is try to identify your variable. Well, when I look at this problem, it says a number x. There's my variable right there. And then that's on the left of the equal sign. So I don't know exactly what else is going to happen here, but I know my variable is going to be on the left side of the equal sign and my 15 on the right. Okay, let's keep going. Look for a rate. So this twice a number, that's a rate. Think if you run a race and then you run the race twice as fast, your running rate has doubled or increased. The other thing that you can think of is twice a number is the same as 2 times a number. The number that we're talking about here is the x. So what I want to write this as is I want to put a 2 in front of my x. Twice means the same as 2 times. So 2x. Okay, there's still some words I haven't used, and so let's see what is left. If I read along here, I see the word sum. Sum means to add. So I just put a plus right above there. I also see the word and. You'll almost always see the word and. In front of the word and, you'll have a number or an expression, and after the word and, you'll have a number or an expression. So it says here the word sum means I'll be adding. The and 7 means I'm adding 7. And 7 comes after the word and, so 7 is going to come after my plus. So if I go back up here to here, if I were working from here to here, I had the 2x, a blank space equals 15. Well, then I found the word sum, so I knew I was going to add. The 2x was in front of the word and the 7 was behind the word and. So then I knew the two terms that I were adding was 2x and 7. All right, now if you flip to page 2, we already wrote our equation. So you want to copy that equation on this page. 2x plus 7 equals 15. And then you want to solve this. You should pause the video and solve this on your own. When you solve this, you should get a 4. Okay, now we're doing something with our answer. So this is great. This is our answer. We now know the value of 4, but it's asking one additional question. What is triple the value of x? If you're tripling something, that's 3 times the something. In this case, the something is our x. Triple the value of x is the same as 3x. We know that the value of x is 4. So what I want to do is replace x, throw out the x, do my substitution, and substitute in a 4. Because x and 4 are equal, which means I can replace the x with a 4. So 3 times x is going to become 3 times 4, which is 12. Okay, on the bottom of this page, there are 3 for you to try yourself. You should try those and then see your teacher for the answers. I want you to flip to the next page and we're going to do our first example together here. So these are what we call real life examples because we're talking about things that could actually happen. Step 1 is always read the problem. The total cost for a week at camp is $220. You have $140. You earn $16 for every item you sell in a fundraiser. How many items do you need to sell to pay for a week at camp? So I want you to start at the end. The question, find the question that they're asking you. It's often the last sentence. That will help you define your variables. So this says, how many items do you need to sell? So items you need to sell are your unknown. Your unknown is your variable. So I'm going to say my variable represents items I sell. Okay, so that's the question that I need to answer. How many items do I need to sell? Now let's think about what's happening here. The total cost for a week at camp is $220. Total, I'm going to put an equal sign above that because I know the total is $220. So now I'm going to write $220. Now sometimes you'll write stuff over here and then you'll keep reading and you'll find out you wrote something wrong. That's okay. You'll just cross it off and try again. You have $140. Okay, that seems important. I'm going to underline it. You earn $16 for every item you sell in a fundraiser. That means if you sell one item, you earn $16. If you sell two items, you earn $32, and so on. So this is the same as $16 per item you sell. So per means multiply. So I would write that right up there. That's a nice little remember. Every item, you could say that another way, 16 per item, and the operation that goes with per is multiply. So what's happening here is you have some money, you need some more money to pay for camp. So the rest of the money you need, you're going to earn it by selling these items. So $16 per item. Well, we already said that the items we represent with X. So this money that you're going to make, we're going to call 16X. So the money you have together with the money you're going to earn is all the money you're going to need to go to camp. So here's your equation. Now remember, you could have this written the other way. When you're adding, it doesn't matter which comes first. So I could write it like that. That's also correct. Now then you want to solve this to answer the question. How many items do you need? So you should pause the video and solve this. After you solve this, you should have gotten X equals 5. This is great, but that's not what you want to write for your solution. A story problem requires a story answer, which means I want to put the 5, but I need to put a word or a unit with the 5. How many items do you need to sell? That's the question I want to answer. I need to sell 5 items. So a story problem requires a story answer. That means your final answer should have units or words with them. Okay, you have 3 of these to try, and you should check your answers with your teacher.